the bottom. And recording is in progress now. So I'm going to ask you the same question as every day I tell you. Nicole, do you accept recording this class for Braulio?
Yes.
Okay, you have to say, yes, I do. Because the question is,
Okay.
do you accept? If the question is, will you accept? Will you accept? You say, yes, I will. If the question is, would you accept or can you accept? It depends on the auxiliary verb that you use. If you use, would you accept? You answer, yes, I would. If I ask you, can you accept? You say, yes, I can. If I ask you, could you accept my invitation to record this class? You say, yes, I could. You understand? Could, would, will, can, do. Okay.
Yes.
It differs according to the auxiliary verb that you are using at the moment. So that's the way you learn the language, because the language is so confused. You know, sometimes you don't understand why. You have to say, yes, I do. Yes, I am. Yes, I can. Yes, I could. Yes, I will. Yes, I have. You understand? Depending on the auxiliary
Yes.
verb. So this is a good
Yes.
idea that you practice that. Yes, for example, I'm gonna ask you some questions. You're going to answer with 3 words. 3 words. Okay? Check it out before
Okay.
answering. You think what you're going to use.
Okay.
Did you answer? Did you play? Did you play? Answered. Did you answer and play all Kahoot games I sent you? I'm going to repeat the question. Don't answer. Don't answer now. You think.
Okay.
Did you answer? Did you solve? Did you play all the Kahoot games I sent you? Now you can answer whatever you want.
Okay.
With 3 words. Only 3 words.
No. For all of the
Only 3 words.
questions.
Only 3 words. What is your answer?
Okay.
Did you answer all Kahoot games I sent you? I sent you. Did you answer? Did you solve? Did you play all Kahoot games I sent you?
No, I didn't.
Very good. No, I didn't. Okay, that's nice. Now, you know what you're going to do. You're going to play all Kahoot games with me. And you know what the Kahoot games are going to be about?
Why?
Do you know what they are about?
No, I don't.
You don't.
No.
Okay, I'm going to show you. All of them are referred to all the units of this book, of the blue book. This book number 2, student book, right? Or probably the video resource book number 2. You understand?
Okay.
So, but
yeah.
These are, the Kahoot games are related to units number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. What unit did we get? Unit number 9?
Yeah.
Okay,
no, and unit number 10.
Number 10. Okay, so let me check it out. Let me check it out. If you are right. If you are right, you're right. Okay, I don't know because I don't have the book in my memory. Remember that I am an old man and I forget everything. You understand? Okay?
Yes.
No problem, no problem. Okay, now, which unit is it? Which unit is this? You see this here? Oh,
yes.
What unit is this? Tell me.
I think that is the unit. Oh, unit 9.
Okay, it's unit 9. Okay, you see? It's here, unit 9.
Yeah.
What page are we covering in unit number 9?
62.
62. You understand this? And we have already answered
Yes.
a lot of questions referred to cause and effect, you know, conditional
Yes.
sentences. Okay?
Yes.
If you eat healthy food, you will never be sick. Okay? You understand?
Okay.
If you
Yes.
exercise, if you exercise all the time, you will be energetic. Okay? You understand what I mean? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. If you fall in love to a man, you will probably, or you may get married with that man. You would marry that man. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
idea. By the way, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
No. Oh my goodness. So beautiful and nice and very, I mean, a wonderful woman the way you are. Why don't you have a boyfriend? You should have a
I don't know.
boyfriend. Okay, okay, no problem. It's not my business, you know. It's not my business. But remember that we finished this and we went to the other page. What is the other page? Attention to this. Okay, let me check it out. This is unit number 9. And do you remember that we were reading a little bit about this? What is this? Tell me.
Yes.
What is it?
It's a little town.
Okay, it is called a village.
Village.
A village is a
Village.
small,
A
very
village.
small town, you know? Okay, it's beautiful because what color are all the houses? What color are they?
White.
White. And what color are the roofs? The roofs of the houses. The roofs of the houses.
Are browns.
Brown, probably brown, but what color is this? You check it out.
It's like a mix of brown and red.
Red, brown or gray. Okay, no, red, it's red. Okay, now, what do you see on the top of the hill? What do you see on the top of the hill? The highest building, which is on the top of the hill. What is it? What is it?
Is I think that is it's a edifice that
What is it?
the color is brown,
Okay,
but
the only building which color is brown is this one. What is it? What
yes,
is it? Is it a castle? Is it a castle?
yes, it's a castle.
It's like a castle, you see? And probably in the middle of the castle or back of the castle, there is I guess this is not the castle. What is it? Look if there is a cross over here. What is it? There is a cross on the top. What is it?
I don't remember how I say
What is the word in
the
Spanish? What is the word in Spanish?
iglesia.
Okay, you don't know. Okay, but you are going to learn it today and you will not forget it anymore for the rest of your life. Okay, by the way, I guess you have already heard that word before, but you don't remember. But you have a brain. And I'm going to send you a key. The key is that the first letter of iglesia in English is C, and the second one is an H. And that's my clue, my key. CH.
Chosen.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that?
CHOSEN.
No, it's not that one.
No?
Chestnut. Chestnut is something like it's another word, but it's a church. A church.
Church. A church.
A church. Okay. What is a church?
Okay.
Please describe what a church is.
A
Tell me the whole
church.
description. Exactly. A church is
A church is the place that you going to be thankful
To pray,
and
to a mass, to attend a mass. You know what a mass is? To attend a
no,
mass and to talk with God, you know, to talk
yeah,
with God, to pray to God so that all your problems are going to be solved. Okay? A church
yeah,
is a place where, it's a place where, you don't say that, you say it's a place where you go on Sundays. It's a place where you go on Sundays for praying. It's a place for praying, right? It's a
okay,
place where there is a priest, and the priest is the one who is saying the mass. The priest is the one who is the
you can hear me?
person. Yeah, it's a
Uh,
person who
predicates the Biblia,
that's okay. Predicates the Bible. The Bible
the
predicates
Bible.
the Bible. Okay, let me check it out. If that's okay, I'm gonna stop sharing this and I'm gonna continue sharing another page, which is right here. Okay, and can you see what I see? Can you please tell me what I
Yes,
see? What do you see?
I see a Google Translate.
Okay, now, what about if I tell you that I'm going to dictate everything here so that you're gonna get the whole thing, okay? And that's the way you're gonna learn how to get the fluency of a language and to evaluate yourself if you are saying the proper words to describe something. I'm going to define what a church is. When I press this button here, after pressing this button here, you will listen to me saying a lot of things that probably I will probably make some mistakes, because remember when the internet is so unstable, or probably when my voice is not clear at all, the translation is not going to be exactly what I'm saying. Okay, so please pay
Okay,
attention to me. But I'm going to try to do my best. And then you're going to try to do your best too. Okay, now pay attention. Okay, I'm going to press it right now. And you pay attention. It's in English and this here is in Spanish. The problem is that this here in Spanish is not exactly in Spanish, because according to this, it should be Spanish this way now. But it's Spanish, but it is written in English. How is it possible? It's from Spanish to English. And I don't know why it is written this way here in English. Well, let's make a try. Pay attention. Nicole, I am going to try to define what a church is. Let me tell you, a church is a place where you go on Sundays in order to pray to God so that you can get everything you wish. And there is a priest in front of you who is predicating what it is written in the Bible. You understand what I mean? Nicole, do you understand this?
yes.
Nicole, voy a tratar de definir lo que una iglesia me permite decirte que una iglesia es un lugar donde vamos los domingos para orar a Dios para que puedas obtener todo lo que deseas, y hay un sacerdote frente a ti que es bastante catando lo que está escrito en la Biblia. ¿Entiendes por qué hago lo que quiero decir con Nicole? ¿Entiendes esto?
Okay, of course, there is a mistake here. You understand what I mean? Observe, because I didn't stop this here. Huh? I continue saying everything in Spanish, but I didn't stop this here. If I don't press this button, it continues saying everything. You understand? Pay attention.
Okay.
Nicole, voy a tratar de
Yeah.
definir lo que una iglesia me permite decirte que una iglesia es un lugar donde vamos los domingos para orar a Dios para que puedas obtener todo lo que deseas y hay un sacerdote frente a ti que es bastante catando lo que está escrito en la Biblia que entiende por qué hago lo que quiero decir con Nicole. ¿Entiendes
Okay.
esto? Sí, 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 utilizo la actualización de accesibilidad, ¿hay algún error aquí? ¿Entiendes lo que me refiero? Molesto porque no detuve esto aquí, continúo diciendo todo en español, pero lo hice.
¿Entiende? Por supuesto que hubo
Yeah.
errores, ¿eh? Of course, there were mistakes. Now, you understand what I mean. Let's try to do our
Yeah.
best. Sometimes you make mistakes, okay? So if I try to do it again, okay, clearly, and I stop this here, I say, a church is a place where you go on Sundays to pray. There is a priest in front of you who is praying by using the Bible. He is predicating the word of God.
Una iglesia es un lugar donde te vas, los domingos para orar, hay un sacerdote frente a ti que está orando usando la Biblia que es bastante Kate en la palabra de Dios.
Cuando yo dije predicating, I made a mistake. You understand what I mean? But there
Yeah.
was no confusion for the rest because you understood what the church is, right? And now you will never forget what the church is because I have repeated again and again. Okay, and now it is here,
Church,
church, and you can clear up the pronunciation, church.
Church.
And you know what a church is, right?
Yeah.
Church. You understand? Okay, and this is well, you have different synonyms: the house of God, the Lord's house, house of prayer, you know, the kirk,
Yeah.
como decir el templo. Eh? You understand? So
Yeah.
this is the idea. The kirk. What is a kirk? And you try to find it out what the kirk is. Okay, if you find the kirk would be the cathedral, for example, right? The cathedral is another word for church, right? Do you understand this? Okay,
Yeah.
good. No problem. Let's continue with, let's finish this. Let's wrap it out and let's stop this and let's continue with this. Let's share the book again. So you notice the difference between a city, a big city, a small town, and a village, okay? Now, tell me the story according to what you heard or according to what you read here. Tell me, what happened in this village? I'm not going to ask you for details, but in general, what happened? In your own words.
I remember that the village has not opportunities to work, so the mayor wants to the village is like dead of people, like it's like that is not are they not our young people, so the mayor says on the radios and the TVs that if you have a family if you have a family with 2 kids under the 12 years old, you go to the village and they they observes you. No, they don't observe you. They say you that you will have a house, a work, and a food, and yes, that is all.
Okay, as there were not many people in the village, the majors invited,
Yeah,
the mayor of the village invited through the radio, newspapers, you know, announcement, advertisements, so that inviting many people to come to the village in order to get the village populated again, because there were only 600 people in the village, and the people, a village without population, I mean, with such a small amount of people was dying. There were no opportunities for young people to be working, you know. So many people had to go to these
yeah.
big cities. So he invited, do you remember what were the two nationalities, that he invited? Do you remember? There were two nationalities. Where were those people from? Where were they from? Do you remember?
No,
No? I guess one of the cities was Buenos Aires, Argentina. Don't you remember?
no, because we didn't finish the paragraph.
Oh, we couldn't finish the paragraph. Oh, good. Yeah, the class was over in that opportunity. Okay, now there were two populations, the Romanians and the people from Argentina, you know, from Buenos Aires, and the Romanians. The little village name, the name of the village was Agua Viva. Do you know where Agua Viva is? Do you know where Agua Viva is?
Agua Viva, I think that it's in Argentina.
No, Agua Viva is not in Argentina. Agua Viva is in Spain, in Europe.
In Spain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the mayor of the city, of the village, the mayor of the small town, invited people from Argentina and from Romania. Romania, another country which is in Europe. Romania and Argentina, right? To go
Yeah.
to Agua Viva. And the mayor, the government of that little village was going to pay the tuition, I mean, pay a salary for people who went to Agua Viva, right? Who continue working in Agua Viva, who took young children to Agua Viva again. You understand? This is the idea which is in my head, but I don't remember it clearly. Do you remember that Braulio was reading here and then you read here and then no more classes because our class was shut down, shut down because
Yeah,
of the end of a class was then.
I
And I sent you
I don't
the last,
finish I don't finish the second paragraph. We
the
can read
second
it.
paragraph. You didn't
We
finish
can
the
read.
second paragraph. From this here, from many families,
See, I don't finish that
or from this,
paragraph. No,
from
the
this
many
here.
families. Yeah.
Okay, could you please continue from this here?
Yes.
And we finished the whole thing. Can you please read it from this?
Yes. Many families accept the offer and the Waliba began to change. The village school went from having 37 students to more than 80 in 3 years. The sound of children showing and playing has made the local people feel so much younger. The economy began to improve too. There was a work for builders repairing the old houses, and a factory making electrical parts for cars open.
Okay, now, first of all, Improve. Repeat, improve.
improve,
Okay,
improve.
now there are certain words here you probably don't know. Do you know what improve means?
Yes, improve is like when you have $5 and tomorrow you have $10, your economy improve.
Improve means to become better. You understand? That's it.
Yes,
Become better. Imagine,
yes,
imagine that your pronunciation is not so good, and I try to make some exercises with you so that you can pronounce better and better every day. You are improving your pronunciation. You understand? Improve,
yeah,
in this case, is related to the economy, is that the gross domestic product in economy is the gross domestic product of the country is the productivity of the city, in this case, the productivity of the village, in this case, was going higher. You know, people were
yes.
producing more and more, right? More and more. There was an improvement. Okay. Now tell me, are there any other words that probably are difficult for you either to be pronounced or in the meaning? If you don't know, please tell me which words you don't understand in here in this paragraph.
Mm,
For example, do you understand shouting? Give me an example.
now
No?
shouting,
Okay, I'm going to shout.
shouting,
Shouting is like this. Okay, I am shouting. You understand? Shouting.
like do.
When you high the volume of your voice, when the volume of your voice goes higher, you don't say, hola, ¿qué tal? But you say, hola, ¿qué tal? You're shouting. You understand? You don't say hello.
Yeah,
You say, hello. You're shouting. You understand? What is the
yeah.
meaning of shouting in Spanish? What is the meaning of shouting? What is it?
Como hacer ruido,
But
parlotear así
with
pues,
your voice, by using your
gritar
voice.
así.
That's okay. That's the point. Gritar. You're right. Okay. Now tell me, are there any other words here that you don't understand?
No,
Do you understand builders?
yes,
What are builders? Give me the
builders is
definition. Describe the definition of what builders are. Builders.
builders are the persons who
People.
the
Pay
people.
attention. Because this is plural. If you say person, person is in singular. Singular. If you say people, it's plural. So builders are people who what? What's the major?
The builders are the people who has some who has houses and
Who constructs. You understand?
constructs.
Who makes people who make constructions. You understand?
Yeah.
Builders are people who construct houses, buildings, you know, bridges,
Yes.
you know, streets. They are builders, people who make, you know, constructions. Okay. Now,
Yes.
tell me, do you know what a factory is?
Yes.
What is a factory? But tell me the definition in English. What's a factory?
Is a big local
Is
who
it big?
made a big local who made one thing like a chocolate factory. It's the place who made chocolate.
Observe, when you're talking about a place, it's not a person. So you're talking about a place, it's something. It's something, what is it? It's a place. Where? You don't say who. You have to say
Okay, where?
where.
Okay,
A factory
where?
is a place where
Where?
something is produced. A factory is a
Okay.
place where something is produced. For example,
Yes.
Polar in Venezuela is a factory for beer, but not only for beer, because you can have pan, the flour, you know, pan, or spaghetti, or oil, and many food, many products, you know, many foods. You
Yes.
understand? So a
Yes.
factory is a place, it's it's a big construction, it's a big building where products are produced, where the products are made. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, that's the way you're going to describe what things are. Now, you know what a factory is, you know what a builder or who builders are, and you know what the verb or the action to improve means, and you know what shouting means. Now, tell me, are there any words that you don't understand in here? Because I'm trying to find out, but if you don't ask me, I continue. Do you know what repair means? Repair, repairing.
Yeah. Vegan is like start. No?
Can you tell me a synonym, a verb, which is similar in meaning to repair?
Yeah.
What is it?
Repair. Um, repair like a similar verb. I
Repair
don't know.
means, repair
I don't
means
know. I
this. Can you please tell me what I wrote here?
Yes, you wrote fix. I know what is a repair, but I don't know similar
How
words
to
and I can
explain,
describe.
how to explain
I
it. Okay.
pero but I can say you what is a repair.
Okay, you can give me an example by this.
Yeah.
Imagine that I have a car. I have a car and I try to drive my car in the morning, but I cannot start it. And it doesn't work. Your car doesn't work. What do you have to do? You have to take the car to the mechanic so that the mechanic is going to repair your car. The mechanic is going to fix your car. You understand? Repairing is the same as fixing. Fixing. You understand? Fixing means to transform, to make something that is out of order, something that doesn't work at all, into something that works correctly. Something that doesn't work at all, you can repair something that is old and you can renew, you can make it new, you can repair it by cleaning some parts or by replacing some parts. When you replay, when you replace the parts of an engine or a mechanism, you are repairing the mechanism and you are repairing the engine. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to try to make you explain what things are. For example, tell me, feel. Do you know what feel means? Okay, can you explain
Yes.
what feel means? If you don't know how to express the definition for feel, you can give an example. You can give different examples so that you can make me, You can make me understand what feel means. For example, give me an example.
Okay, feel is a sentiment that
It's a
you have.
sentiment. That's okay. It's a sentiment. That's it. That's it. It's correct. Now, can you give me an example in which you include the word feel, that is not the one that you have here? Another example.
Yes. Example is like when you when dear friends die, you feel sad.
You feel sad when your friends go away, when your friends are sick, you feel sad, okay? And you feel happy when it's your birthday, okay? You feel,
Yes.
that's the idea, that you have to express an emotion. Feel is an action, the action of expressing emotions. Feel, you feel with your heart, okay? Feel with
Yeah.
your heart, your emotions, okay? You understand the idea? Okay, no,
Yeah.
nothing else here?
Yeah.
Do you
Vegan.
understand what
Vegan.
offer? What is offer?
Offer is like when you have that when someone proposed to you something, that is an offer.
Something that you need. Imagine that you
Yeah.
need something. And I tell you, I'm offering you my bicycle because you need it more than I do. You understand? I don't use this
Yeah.
bicycle. And you need my bicycle. You need a bicycle. I have a bicycle. I can offer you my bicycle. Can you use it? Use it. No problem. Okay, you understand? Okay, let's continue
Yeah.
with the
Teacher,
next.
I say
Uh-huh.
that I don't understand what the word vegan means. I said you that I think that the word vegan that
Okay, yeah.
is
Okay,
yeah.
no problem, no problem. Began. Began is the past tense for the verb begin. Do you understand this? Begin.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
pay
like
attention.
start.
Or can you
It's
give
like
me an
start.
example? This, if I already told you, it's like start. It's similar to start. When you say this word, start, oh my goodness, I don't know how to write here. Start. You say start, you see?
Yeah.
Start equals start equals begin. Okay? If I'm going to give you an example, but I would like you to give me another example. Do you want to start
Okay.
first? You start. Give me an
Yes.
example including begin or began. Include began. Began.
Okay. Um.
Okay, I'm going to give you an
Carol,
example.
I no, I know that example I can use. Caro began to eat a healthy food for her health.
Can you repeat it again, please? I couldn't listen to you
Yes,
clearly. Okay, and think it over.
Carol. Okay, Carol
Carol,
began to eat healthy food for her health.
can you repeat it correctly again? I mean,
Yes.
think it over, and try to pronounce correctly, please, so that I can
Okay.
understand what you say. Okay, breathe in and breathe out,
Okay.
and relax. Tell me the words that you want to say. Come on, do it.
Okay. Carol began to eat healthy food for her health.
Carol
Okay.
began to eat healthy food for her health.
Yes.
There's a mistake here. Ah. Carol began to eat. I made a mistake again. Let me check it out again. Carol began to eat healthy food because she wants to feel better.
Carol comenzó a comer alimentos saludables porque quiere sentirse mejor.
I guess you were reducting. I mean, you repeated the words.
Carol began to eat healthy food because she wants to feel better.
I would say instead of this, I should have said instead of this because she wanted to feel better. Carol began to eat healthy food because she wanted to feel better.
Carol comenzó a comer alimentos saludables porque quería sentirse mejor.
Carol began to eat healthy food because she wanted to feel better.
Do you understand? What? Can you please repeat the sentence that you told me, but aloud, so that my computer is going to catch your voice? When I
Okay.
click here, you tell me when, okay, when I tell you 1, 2, 3, I click in here and you start saying your sentence, okay? It's a sentence that refers to the word begin in past, okay? I would say, for example,
Okay.
another example. Nicole, do you know when spring begins? Well, spring begins in March. What's the date when spring began? Do you know? Well, spring began the 21st of March, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Nicole,
Okay.
¿sabes cuándo la primavera comienza bien? La primavera comienza en marzo. ¿Cuál es la fecha en que comenzó la primavera? ¿Sabes que bien comenzó la primavera el 21 de marzo? Supongo que no sé que no estoy seguro.
Observa que cuando uno habla con una máquina, la máquina no sabe dónde uno hace pausa. ¿Entiendes? Por eso no hay puntos ni comas. Pero está bien la traducción, sí, está bien. Eso fue lo que yo dije. Lo que pasa es que hay un puntos, comas, pausas que hacen la oración. Si yo le pongo puntos o comas, a ver, Nicole, aquí faltaría una coma, ¿das cuenta? Para que tú entiendas lo que es el idioma. Para mi esposa, por ejemplo, no es importante puntos, comas o acento, eso no importa. Pero para mí sí es importante. ¿Tú sabes por qué? Porque si yo le pongo los puntos aquí, Nicole, do you know when spring begins? Si yo no le pongo aquí este signo, ¿qué pasa? Dime.
Do
Hay una carretilla corriendo.
you can't read the question, or it's more difficult to read it and to copy
Ok,
it.
pero fíjate que le estoy poniendo puntos, signos que van a decir algo muy diferente cuando yo pongo acá. Well, spring begins in March, right? Aquí no hay diferenciación en la máquina, que debería haber un punto, ¿cierto o no? ¿Ya? Spring begins in March.
Yes.
Yo hice una pausa, pero la computadora no la captó, el programa no la capta. Y comienzo con mayúscula. Inclusive aquí me está corrigiendo. El mismo traductor me dice, tú cometiste un error, porque hay un programa, ¿ya? Que es algo, hay algo que no concuerda, no empata bien. Dice, what's the date when spring began? ¿Ah? What's the date when spring began? Tengo que poner un signo de interrogación aquí y comenzar esta con letras mayúsculas, ¿das cuenta? Do you know?
Yes.
Aquí hay debería haber otro signo, ¿das cuenta? Estoy ayudándote a entender lo que es el idioma. ¿Los signos de puntuación son importantes, Nicole? ¿Sí o no?
Yes.
Punctuation marks are important for the language. If you don't add a comma or a final period or a question mark, or probably quotation marks, you will not understand what you say. I'm going to continue checking all of this. I'm going to write 3 points here, right? Well, there is a comma here, right? Really, it is not necessary to write here dot, 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 because the Google Translate is going to say dot, dot, dot. You know what dot, dot, dot is? This. Is it?
Yes.
Do you know? Well, spring began the 21st of March, I guess. Let me write it this here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. You understand that there should be. Aquí puse un punto, ¿eh? Mira, date cuenta, Nicole, lo
You,
bonito que
okay.
cuando no le pone los puntos donde debe ir. Préstame atención y lo voy a poner ahora así a leerlo en inglés. Presta atención.
Nicole, do you know when spring begins? Well, spring begins in March. What's the date when spring began? Do you know? Well, spring began the 21st of March, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Aquí cometí otro error y no me di cuenta. Das cuenta que yo dije, I don't, hice un tartamudeo, ¿eh? ¿Qué es un tartamudeo? Yo no estaba claro cuando lo estaba diciendo, o estaba nervioso, y a veces ocurre, ¿ok?
Yeah.
Estaba como que entusiasmado en decirte, y ahora cuando yo le doy aquí, de seguro que la interpretación de lo que yo dije en inglés va a ser mucho mejor para nuestro castellano, escúchala, para nuestro español.
Nicole, ¿sabes cuándo comienza la primavera? Bueno, la primavera comienza en marzo. ¿Cuál es la fecha en que comenzó la primavera? ¿Lo sabías? Bueno, primavera comenzó el 21 de marzo, supongo. No sé, no estoy seguro.
Pero si se lo pregunto a mi esposa, sí lo sabe, porque ella nació un 20 de marzo y sabe que el 21 comienza la primavera. Ella está diciendo, tú sí eres gafo. No, ella no está diciendo eso. Pero es que las mujeres siempre tienen la razón.
Yes,
¿Entendiste,
they
Nicole?
have it. Yes, I understood it.
You understood.
I
Okay,
understood,
now
yes.
observe that I would have said instead of what is, you can say what was, okay? And the translation is going to be fue. ¿Cuál fue la fecha en que comenzó la primavera? What was the date when spring began? ¿Entendido lo que began?
Yes,
Más nunca se te va a olvidar, como tampoco church. ¿Qué significa church?
iglesia.
¿Tú lo sabías antes?
I don't remember it.
You didn't remember church. No sabías began, ¿verdad? Bueno, así se aprende un idioma.
Began, I think that I know what is, but I'm not sure.
You were not sure. You knew.
Yes.
You had an idea, but you were not sure.
Yes.
You had an idea of what began mean. What was the meaning of began or begin, but you were not sure.
Yeah.
You had an idea of about what the meaning of began was, but you were not sure.
Tuviste esa idea de cómo se trata del significado de que comenzó, pero no estás seguro.
¿Te das cuenta? Aquí faltan signos de puntuación para que quede esto bien articulado, ¿ok? You had an idea about, es que no era of, sino you had an idea about what the meaning of began was, ¿ok? Comma. But you were not sure. You were not sure. Or you weren't, you were not sure, right? Hasta un punto final hace una diferencia. Hmm?
Tuviste esa idea sobre cómo fue el significado de que comenzó, pero no estaba seguro.
Instead of that idea, you would have said, you had an idea. You had an idea about what the meaning of began was, but you were not sure. Okay?
You had an idea about what the meaning of began was, but you were not sure.
Tuviste una idea sobre cómo fue el significado de que comenzó, pero no estaba seguro.
Por supuesto que las traducciones no son ciertamente al 100% verídicas o perfectas. Recuérdate que los idiomas es posible que los traductores no tengan tampoco una conversión propia. Okay? Do you want to mention another sentence that includes the word began? Do you have an idea? Yes? Okay, you have it in your brain. Is it okay here? Are you ready to pronounce it?
Yes.
Okay, now my battery is getting, the battery of my computer is slowing down. Yeah, so I'm gonna check it so that it is not gonna be turning off. Okay, now could you please repeat or tell me your sentence that includes began? Tell me the
Yeah.
sentence, please.
Carlos began to eat fruit every day.
To eat bread every day. Okay.
No, to eat a fruit. A fruit. A fruit is like apple, orange.
Okay, now can you repeat that when I say 2, 3, 1, 0? Okay, you understand?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 0. You start. Okay.
Okay.
Now you repeat the same. Okay. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Carlos began to eat a fruit every day.
Was this what you said?
I say Carlos began to eat a fruit every day.
Okay, I'm going to repeat it again so that you can listen to me. Carlos began to eat fruit every day. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Carlos comenzó a comer fruta todos los días.
Okay, now can you please repeat that again clearly?
Yes.
Okay, clearly. When I say 0, okay? 3, 2, 1.
Carlos began to eat fruit every day.
Can you repeat that again, please? 3,
Yes.
2, 1, 0.
Carlos began to eat sorry, I confused it.
You see that it's in English and this is Spanish.
Yes.
Carla
Yes, but I
begin,
say food.
switch food, afraid,
No,
sorry, computer. Okay. Let me rub it out.
I
Again,
confused
again.
because I say.
Can you please
yeah.
repeat that again and again.
Okay.
Come on. Don't get tired. Come on, do it.
Carlos began to eat fruit every day.
Carl has begun to read every day. Anyway, if it is this, it would see, I would say begun, not began. To read every day. Has begun. Every day is, well, Carl has begun to read every day. Okay?
Begin
And you
is
would
the
say,
future of begin
okay, this is
of
the
the
past
present.
participle. This is the past participle for the verb begin. Begin in present,
Okay.
began in past, and begun is past participle. It's like saying comenzar, comencé, comenzado. Él ha comenzado a leer todos los días.
Carl ha comenzado a leer todos los días.
Okay? In this
Carl
case,
has begun to read every day.
but it is not to eat fruit.
And the
Not to eat
difference
fruit.
and the
Can you
difference
read
of
it again? Can
begun
you
and began. The
begun?
difference of began and began.
Okay. Begun is for every verb that in past participle has the ending of, in Spanish, for ado or ido. For example, bailar, bailado. Comer, comido. Okay? Jugar, jugado. Past participle in some cases are similar to the simple past. For example, in the regular verbs. For play the guitar, I played the guitar. I have played the guitar is the same. Toqué la guitarra, he tocado la guitarra. I have played the guitar. Esto es un tiempo verbal que lo vamos a ver con más detalle en alguna unidad específica. Por ahora tú no has visto eso, ¿ok? Es el
Okay.
presente perfecto, ¿ok? But in simple past, if you want to say Carlos began to eat fruit every day, previously, he didn't used to, Carlos didn't used to eat fruit every day, but nowadays he has begun to eat fruit every day. Pay attention.
Yes.
Carlos didn't used to eat fruit every day, but nowadays he has begun to eat fruit.
Carlos no solía comer fruta todos los días, pero hoy en día ha comenzado a comer fruta.
Observa que aquí tiene, yo te dije, has begun, ha comenzado. ¿Te das cuenta? No es él comenzó, sino él ha comenzado. Ese es el tiempo verbal que yo te digo, ¿eh? Y cuando tú querías decir comer fruta, pero cuando dijiste Carlos, es Carlos, no Carlos. ¿Ok? Y ahí te interpretó como Carla. No te sientas mal porque el traductor te salga mal. A veces también sale mal porque la internet difiere, ¿entiendes? Porque es inestable.
Okay.
Cuando tu internet es inestable, y el mío también, las conversiones de traducción no se hacen al 100% perfectas. ¿Eh? Si tenemos las excelentes condiciones de vuelo en este sistema, estamos volando muy bien, condiciones de presión, temperatura, todo lo normal, todo estable, la velocidad, pues ten por seguro que las conversiones de todo lo que yo diga acá va a salir perfecto. Pero en la internet nada es perfecto, porque estamos jugando con el fluido eléctrico. Y el fluido eléctrico a veces tiene sus altas y sus bajas. Quiero que me entiendas eso, no te sientas mal por eso, ¿ok? Esto va a ir mejorando, porque te digo, estas comunicaciones, en mi vida yo pensé, cuando era joven, que esto pudiera existir algún día. Es como aquello de los supersónicos. ¿Te recuerdas aquel programita que vimos?
Yes.
Okay, do you remember that? Okay, so let me stop,
Yes.
but promise me to continue practicing on your own. If you continue practicing on your own this, okay, you will get good fluency of the language, okay? Nicole, promise me you are going to continue practicing with Google Translate so that in the future, when you get your responses about how your pronunciation and your fluency is at the moment, you will notice a great difference about the changes. You are going to improve your pronunciation. You're going to improve your knowledge, okay? That's the idea, okay? Bueno, esto va a salir algo que a lo mejor va a salir muy incongruente, pero vas a
Nicole
entender
me
algo.
promete que seguirá practicando con Google Translate para que, en el futuro, cuando obtenga sus respuestas sobre la edad de su pronunciación y su fluidez en este momento, notará una gran diferencia sobre los cambios que va a mejorar su permiso. Situación que va a mejorar su conocimiento. Está bien, esta es la idea bien.
Bueno, entiende que esto puede ser relativamente correcto, pero tú me entiendes, ¿no? You understand what I mean? It is possible
Yes.
that you make mistakes. No problem. Everybody can make mistakes, but we can't understand each other, and that's the idea. Okay. So let me continue this. Okay, we didn't finish this. Let's continue practicing with this. Okay, on the book you have this. Any other questions about this
No,
paragraph? No.
no,
Let me finish this. Okay, of course. You are going to read the last paragraph from this on,
yes.
from of course. Can you please
Of
read it?
course, yes. Of course, not everything was easy. The people from Buenos Aires were used to a big city. So living in a small village with little public transportation was difficult at first. The Romanians had to learn a new language, and they all missed their family and friends back home. But everybody have a new opportunities. But everybody has a new opportunities too. Before many of the parents had worried about finding a job and having enough money to look after their children. After moving to Spain, their future looked bigger,
Brighter,
many
brighter.
brighter. Their future looked brighter. Many of them thought we're going to stay here for many years. These plains will be our home.
Okay, you have some problems in pronunciation here. Brighter, for example, huh? Okay, but tell me, which are the words that you don't understand here? Which words you don't understand in here?
Let me read again. Enough is like sufficient. Like
Enough. Can you please repeat
enough,
it again? Enough,
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 enough. With a final
enough,
F, enough.
enough,
Enough is
enough,
sufficient, sufficient. When you have
sufficient.
enough money to buy, to pay enough money to afford, when you can afford what you want to buy. Imagine that you want to buy a car. If you want to buy a car, you need a lot of money. Do you have enough money?
Yes,
Do you have enough money means if you have sufficient money, you
yes,
understand? To afford, to
yes,
pay. You understand?
yes.
That's the
And
idea.
a Victor is like
You mean
Victor is
brighter.
like
You mean brighter?
brighter,
Brighter.
brighter,
Brighter
brighter.
means when the future is clear, like the light. Clear, brighter. Good, excellent. When you say brighter,
Yeah,
it means wonderful future, okay? Their future
it's like
looks brighter, like a light, you know? Brighter,
in Spanish.
excellent.
In Spanish means like brillante o
That's
prometedor.
okay. As bright as the sun, you understand? Brighter,
Really?
the sun
Yeah,
or the moon at
yeah.
night, brighter. When it's
I
clear,
think,
everything is clear.
okay, I think that another words I understand it. I understand, sorry.
No more words? Are you
No,
sure you
no more
understand it
words.
all? Tell me,
Yes,
what is this?
thought
Thought.
is the past. Thought is the past of thing.
Very good. Thought is the past form for the verb think. Okay? Think,
Yes,
thought. Okay? Now, tell me, finding a job. Okay, you understand it. Clear?
yes,
Clear? Miss their families. They all miss their
yes,
family. You understand missed? When you feel
miss,
like homesick because you left your friends and your family
yes,
in another country. For
miss,
example, I miss my friends from Venezuela. It means that I
yes,
feel uncomfortable because I left my
because,
friends from Venezuela. I
yes,
feel unhappy. You understand?
because you
Okay.
don't are with them. You not are with them.
You have another word that you don't understand?
No,
No? It's okay?
yes,
Okay. Then you have no problem with this. Okay. Now you understood the whole reading. Okay. It's all
yes,
about Agua Viva. And Agua Viva is this village here, which is in Spain. And remember that Agua Viva was dying. Agua Viva was not Viva anymore because their population was going down. So there was a mayor
yes,
that invited people from other countries, for example, from Argentina and from Romania, and people from other countries came to Agua Viva so that Agua Viva flourished again. Agua Viva,
yes,
Agua Viva was better. Agua Viva was improving its life conditions. Because we're talking about the village, its life conditions,
yes,
and Agua Viva was alive again. You understand? This is the idea, the general idea. Now, could you answer these questions here? Can you answer number one?
yes.
Oh my goodness, what am I
We
doing? Oh, wait a minute. I have a problem. Houston, I have problems. Let me delete all notes. Let me delete all notes. You know why? Because the computer became mad. You understand? It's just, I
yeah,
started drawing here and there. Okay, now, could you please answer the first question? Can you read it, please?
yes,
Read it.
yes. Why did young people start living Agua Viva?
Okay, tell me, what is the answer? Why did young people start leaving, you understand, leaving Agua Viva, going
Yes,
away? Answer, what is the
because
question? What is the answer?
living because they don't have opportunities
Right, very
to
good. They
work.
didn't have opportunities, right? They
Yes,
didn't have job opportunities, for example, job
yes,
opportunities, studies opportunities, because there were no teachers, many teachers have left Agua Viva. Okay,
yes,
now can you read number two?
yes. How did Luis Bricio try to attract people to Agua Viva?
Okay, what is the answer?
That he says that if you have a family with two kids under the 12 years old, uh, they they can they can bring you a job, a home, and a great quality of life.
So he put advertisements, advertisements
Yes, in the
on the radio
newspapers
and on
and the
newspapers
radio.
in Buenos
Yes,
Aires, and there is another
Romania.
in Romania, so that people from Romania and from Buenos Aires went to Agua Viva, people from Romania went to
Yes,
Agua Viva. You understand? This was the idea. Can you read the next,
yes,
can you read the next one? Number three?
yes. who did the school change after the year 2000?
Okay, how did it
The
change?
the school changed because there are more students because there are more kids.
That's it. The number of students increased. You understand? From
Yes,
37
increased.
students to 80. You know, the number of
Yes.
students went up, increased. Okay, you understand the
Yes.
idea? Okay, can you read
Yes.
the other question, please? Number 4.
Yes. What kinds of New Year's were there in Agua Viva?
When
Is
you
like
read this, can you
the
repeat this again, please? Kinds.
kinds.
What kinds?
What
What
kinds
types?
of
What kinds?
yes, of new jobs were there in Agua Viva.
Okay.
And example of a new job is like the wheelman's
Okay, building
building.
and repairing
Building.
houses, repairing, okay, builders repairing all houses.
Builders.
That was the new opportunity. Huh? And there was another opportunity here. What was it?
A factory making electrical parts for cars.
That's okay. So you have two new opportunities to make Agua Viva be alive again. You understand? Revive again.
Yes.
Now, tell me the last question, please. What was it?
What problems did the families from Argentina and Romania have?
Okay, what were the problems?
Romanians, that they missed their families because they leave their friends, and that's all. And the Romanians have problems with the language.
That's okay. The Argentinians, I mean, the people from Argentina start missing their friends and their families that they had left in Argentina and Buenos Aires. But people from Romania had to learn another language. Romanian is not Spanish, right? And it was Spanish here. Spanish was spoken in Agua Viva, so Romanians had to learn how to speak Spanish. So that was a problem that they had. You understand the idea? Mira,
Yes.
yo estoy tratando, Lorena, Nicole, ¿verdad? De que tú sueltes la lengua y tú lo puedes hacer, estás haciéndolo con muy buena forma,
Yes.
¿ok? Con todos tus errores y todos tus defectos, pero lo estás haciendo, ahí estás, ¿ok? Esa es la idea.
Yes.
Now, can you please read letter C? What is it? Read the question in letter C, please.
Yes, who will make the following comments? Choose the correct word from the box.
Okay, here you have a box. You see, Luis Bricio, elderly people from Agua Viva, or young people from Agua Viva, or new immigrants. Now, who said number 1? Who would make this comment in number 1? Can you read the comment, please? Read the comment.
Yes, I'm not going back home because life is better here.
I'm not going back home because life is better here. Tell me, who was it?
New immigrants.
New immigrants, new immigrants. It's like me.
New
I live
immigrants.
here in Mexico, Guadalajara. Imagine that I live better here. And I say to myself, no, I'm not going back to Venezuela. I live better here in Jalisco, Guadalajara. I'm gonna get my nationalization. I'm gonna become a Mexican citizen. You understand? But I will not do it. I will not do it. I'm coming back to Venezuela because I love Venezuela. You understand the idea?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the idea. So new immigrants said, I'm not going to come back home because life is better here. Okay, now could you read number 2?
I can stay here. There are no jobs for people of my age.
Who said that?
Young people from Agua Viva.
Young people from Aguaviva who went away said, I can't stay here. There are no jobs for people my age, you know? Okay, what do you say about
Yes.
number 3?
I'm going to make this village a better place.
Who said that?
Luis Bricio.
Luis Bricio was the mayor, you know? He was the governor,
Yes.
the mayor of the village. So he was the one who said that, okay? Now, what about number 4?
Yes.
Can you read number 4, please?
Yes, I love having all these kids around me. I don't feel so old.
What is it? Who is
Elderly
it?
people from Aguaviva.
Elderly people from Aguaviva, you know? People who were staying there in Aguaviva saying, oh my goodness, again, I love having all these kids around me. I don't feel so old, you know? Because many young people came to Aguaviva, even though they were from Buenos Aires and from Romania, you know? But
Yes.
all people from Aguaviva felt like this, okay? ¿Has comprendido toda esta lectura, Nicole?
Yes.
¿Qué te ha parecido la lectura?
Mm?
¿Qué te ha parecido? ¿Cómo te ha
It's
parecido?
good.
Está interesante, ¿verdad?
Good read.
Déjame
Yeah.
decirte, Nicole, que todo lo que tú leas en este libro es verdad. Es cierto. Agua Viva debe existir. Yo no lo he leído en internet, pero debe buscar Agua Viva en España. Y de seguro que ese es un pueblo que se negó a morir. Un pueblo que está como Venezuela, muriendo. Sin embargo, se negó a morir. ¿Por qué? Porque le llovieron ofertas. Bueno, lo dejamos hasta allí, Nicole, porque ya me terminó tu hora. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Aquí espero, bueno, aquí piensas que, aquí, do you think Luis Bricio had a good idea? What's your opinion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do. You have to say, yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Would you move to a place like this?
No,
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I
You
wouldn't.
have to say, no, I wouldn't. Remember that in this
No,
case,
I
the auxiliary
wouldn't.
base would. No, I wouldn't. Okay. What would you miss most about home?
That I can go out and I can go to the cinema, and there are a lot of places that I can go.
Okay. You would
Because
miss the lot of places that you used to visit in Venezuela. For example, you could go to El
yes,
Palito, right? In order to have, in order to swim in the beach of El Palito, or to Puerto Cabello, right? To Playa Las Rosas, or to, what do you call that island which is in front Patanemo? Patanemo, is it? Patanemo?
yes, Patanemo.
Patanemo. Have you ever been to Playa Las Rosas?
No,
No? Have you ever been to the island which is in front of Patanemo?
no, I don't go to Patanemo.
I went to Patanemo and I went to the, ¿cómo se llama la isla que estaba frente a ella? Isla Larga. Isla Larga era. Do you know Isla Larga? Long
I
Island.
don't know the names
No?
of the islands.
Yo no sé si ella está confundida, mi esposa, con Isla Larga de allá de Puerto La Cruz o qué sé yo.
I,
Se llama
I
en Puerto Cabello. Es que mi esposa vivió por allí cuando era pequeña. Entonces, y nosotros fuimos para allá. Mira, yo te diría, en este caso, en mi caso, I wouldn't move to a place like this because it is too small. Not many people would be interested in learning English. You know, I would die. I would die. Yeah? You understand the idea?
Yeah.
So, well, I would have to continue working online, right? And teaching English
Yes.
to people who are really interested in the frontier between France and England, for example. There are many people who probably are interested in learning English in the frontier. I mean, in Canal de la Mancha, over there. Okay? It could be
Probably.
a good idea. Ok, bien, lo dejamos hasta allí, Nicole. Disculpa lo malo, disculpa lo poco,
Okay.
disculpa la broma, pero bueno.
It's no problem.
¿Eh?
It's no problem.
No problem, there is no problem. Okay, so see you. Let me finish this recording here.